Before we get too far, it's probably a good idea to add some dimensions to this deck so I know what it is I'm looking at in terms of size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these dimensions for the house, get them out of the way. So I'm going to erase those. Okay. Again, if you hit Control L, you can control what you're erasing. So I can click on extensions here, and now it doesn't matter where I click, but it's only going to grab the extension lines. Okay. So if we want to dimension our deck, we're going to go up here to our dimension tools. So we got dimension, extension, etc. I've never used this item extension. Let's see what happens. I click on item extension, drag it out, kind of get the same thing here. Drag it out. Oh, there it does both ends of that deck, which is kind of nice. Okay, so item extension does work. I can see the extension line here on the house as well. So I click here, what happens? Pulls it out to there. And then if you want to do individual extension lines, just click on the single extension, come over here and click on the edge of the deck, drag out, and now I have a single extension. And then I can use my dimension, which is either this tool or the keyboard shortcut is D, and just drag your dimensions in. Okay, now this is kind of hitting that deck edge, I think, as well. All right. And like before, once we get these in here, we can certainly adjust them and edit them like we did before. So if this is supposed to be a 17-foot deck, make sure you're moving the right piece. Kind of shrinks it in. This is supposed to be 12 feet. Boom. Okay, and get it sort of organized and laid out the way I want. We can adjust these extensions as well. I want to get this one back here a bit, so that what I can do is put a dimension in here to the house, which is 10 foot 10 to that deck, which is okay, at least I know now. Okay, that's 8 foot 5 1/8. So if we edit that one to 8 feet, it's going to change the angle a bit, cut the angle a little tighter, which is fine. All right, so you can use this to help clean up your dimensions and what you're doing with kind of getting stuff organized for a final design for your deck. We can't do a lot of fancy stuff with the deck boards. Pretty much we can just change the color. The only way you could change direction or make it look like my deck where the different colors are on the outside is to draw some very different deck structures and put them side by side. But again, we don't need to get that too much into that. All right, I'm thinking I'd like this deck not over top of this basement window here, but we can deal with that later. Save it, and that's that one.